Well, I'm happy to say that it is complete. Took me about 2.5 hours, but we ran into a few different issues. So if I can remember everything. So first of all, when you're drilling your holes in the concrete, go up and down with the bit to clean it out as much as possible. I didn't clean those out enough, and I had to pound on them real hard to get them in. And I'm sure it's because I didn't go up and down enough to clean it out. I thought I had them plenty deep and it wouldn't be a big deal, but I really didn't think about that much. So I had to pound on these too hard because I didn't clean it out, but I got them in. The next thing I ran into was some of these, they just didn't tighten up. This one, the screw just wouldn't loosen up. I put liquid wrench on, it still wouldn't loosen up. Maybe overnight it would, but so then I ended up, wasn't sure what to do, and finally I ended up drilling in the side and putting the roofing nails in, 1 inchers. I did 2 on this side. It was pretty solid. I thought, you know what, I'm going to do 1 more, and that really made a big difference. So I went ahead and did this one too. So the other thing we did, we had the old upright, which was all rusty at the bottom. So I wanted to put support here. I had mentioned that earlier, because it would wobble no matter what you do, because that's a lot to rely on, only a 2-inch bracket down there. So I cut it off down here, and I didn't bring a file down, so I took a stone and kind of filed it off with a stone. It actually worked pretty good. And then I screwed them into the molding here and here with, I think, 2.5 inchers. Screwed it in really good. Then I took this off to move this out of the way so I could drill right into here. Drilled in there with just a bit that would be large enough, but yet the threads would catch. And I had these screws. I thought I'd use 2, but I had these. I don't even know what they came from, but they even had a black head on them, so that was kind of cool. But so I took a bit that was the size of the shank, but not the screw part. So then I just screwed it in by hand, and the length was just right. The tip of it hits the other side, but that's fine. So now I'm real happy with this side. I mean, this is just solid. And this isn't, I don't want someone to run against it or anything. It's not made for that. It's just made to give you a little bit of support when you're walking down through. It's not a mega railing. And this actually could be helpful for somebody, I guess. So it really kind of looks like it was all planned out. And I don't have a big piece of metal to throw away. That was totally fine. And you can see how it looks. So I'm real happy with it. It is interesting how it looks straight up and down here, but yeah, over there it kind of wants to tilt away, but from here it's fine. So I don't know, maybe I could have corrected that, although I'm really not sure. Maybe I could have put in a smaller spacer and shoved it up more. But it's all solid, and maybe it's all from the base. The concrete of the base slants it. But either way, it looks good, solid, and time to put the tools away and call it an evening.